I mean, for the late start, any other resort, this would have been tracked out.
True. Yeah, there's not a lot of people at the parking lot. Wasn't that full?
No.
I mean,
and the parking lots are huge here.
Yeah.
I wonder how many people are people like us.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like we know we're gonna come up here at some point this year.
Oh no.
I can't see a damn thing. Oh, this sucks. I am literally blind.
Yep. Can't see shit. Woo! Speaking of. I did not see anything.
This sucks.
At least it's soft landing.
We are up here at Mount Baker since all the other passes in the state are closed. And the locals would tell you that it always rains up here. And if you know better, then it's powder day almost every single day. Unfortunately, there's like 12 inches of snow overnight, and it might have rained a little bit. It's super heavy in mashed potatoes, but man, this resort's pretty awesome.
Those guys are just staying under the chair, but I might just go check this out.
Yeah, I'm gonna check this out too. I'm honestly slowing my pace today because it's just so hard to see. So I'm actually trying to figure out if I want to switch my goggles because it's so low vis today. And I'm wearing clear, which I normally only do at night. But I'm almost wondering if, you know, my sun protection tinted goggles would perform better. But it seems like our whole group is wearing tinted right now and everyone's complaining still. So I don't know, maybe I have it right with my clear today. We will see. So I came down the main beginning lift, actually, it looks like. So I gotta get up to the next lift. Okay, I guess it's a rare moment where I get a lift all to myself. That never happens. Wow, Baker is really special. I can't believe we waited this long to come up here, actually. It's kind of ridiculous that we waited this long. It's not like a blower powder day. I think if we had hit it earlier this week, it would have been killer, but it's still really fun. It's not as mashed potatoes as I thought it was gonna be, so that's really good. And it's snowing. I mean, it's warm enough. It's definitely melting, so it's wet up here, but it's snowing and not raining, and it was raining most of the way up, so we were really nervous. So I'm really thankful. Should just get some good turns today, and so far I'm kind of staying on grooms for the most part. You saw my epic fall earlier. That was switching from powder to grooms, which was fun, but the viz is so low today. It's an interesting day for riding, but still stoked to be out here. I'm absolutely cracking up at all the people that are just resting on the mountain, already tired. Just groups of people floundering in the wet snow. All right, so I did want to make a few notes. Conditions are really warm up here today. It was 34 when we were driving up, so that's why we were getting rain. And my gloves are starting to get pretty wet. I mean, our stuff's waterproofed, but it's definitely warm and wet up here, which is fine. I was gonna say I regret not wearing more layers, but honestly, I'm opposite. I think I probably should have worn one less fleece or jacket. I like to layer up. I get really cold, so yeah. Guess I didn't do that perfect today, but live and learn. That's why you do these runs. And the other thing I wanted to say today is conditions all over Washington State are nuts right now. We're having crazy winter season. NWAC just posted, which is our Northwest Avalanche Center, which if you don't know about them and you get in the backcountry, or even if you ride resort inbound, you should really know about NWAC. Super important to understand avalanches and everything involved with it. But that being said, NWAC is completely red right now, and there's even a black section around Stevens Pass. So black means like extreme, and red is like really high AVI danger. So it's kind of everywhere. We were actually surprised that Baker was open today, but the way that the storm hit, it was a southern storm. So the north didn't get hit as bad with this cycle, and Baker wouldn't be open unless they mitigated risk appropriately. And so we feel really safe here. But that being said, I was gonna try and show that I have my beacon on still. We decided to, you know, be safer rather than sorry. So we are both carrying our beacons, and they're on. Beacons are really important for finding people in avalanches, and it's so important to have your gear when you're in a mixed terrain like this. No one's doing backcountry right now, but better safe than sorry. So just wanted to point that out. Would you look at that? I was right. I'm riding by myself today. This always seems to happen at resorts, so word to the wise, if you have friends or husbands and they split up from you, don't wait for them. It's been 40 minutes that I've wasted because they all told me they were gonna meet me at this chair, and they never did. So I'm doing my own thing now.
I didn't see that one. Okay, so look who I found. Sarah. It's been a while since I last saw her. We had a plan in place to follow the lift and go all the way down, so we were all on the same page, and Sarah saw some powder to the side and ended up completely different area than the rest of us. It happens, but when that does happen, you should have a plan in place to figure out how to meet up, and we did not. So this was like an hour crapshoot trying to chase each other down because the service up here is not that great, and you can't really contact each other. And but finally here we are, and now we got to do a bunch of laps. The snow is very mashed potatoes, and it's turning to Cascade concrete very quickly.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot warmer today than they expected. We talked to a couple locals out here that were saying it was supposed to be colder than it is, and so I don't know what happened with the weather system, but it is what it is.
That's gonna be just chunky pow the whole way down.
Perfect! Chunky pow! Woohoo! Woo! Woo! Woo!
That's actually pretty fun.
Yeah! These are heavy chunks right here.
They are. Well, we can turn it this time.
It's almost like a little bit of your balancing beam too.
Yeah. Just trying to play around and jump off random stuff.
I know.
This, when it was fresh, would have been super
Oh,
fun.
dude. Could you imagine?
Uh,
That's when you get these open fields like this, and then you can kind of tuck in a little bit.
yeah.
There's a lot of room to roam.
There's a ton of room.
All right.
Woo. I think so.
Nobody was over in those trees?
Yep. I've had a lot today, so I forget where they all went. All right, this is our last run. Conditions weren't awesome, but they also weren't bad, and they kind of seem like they're getting a little better up high. A lot of wind coming in though, and it's not snowing that hard, so hopefully all those people coming up this weekend, hopefully you get a nice little creek crash before you come up here. Otherwise, I think we took all the snow from you.
Tree well, see ya.
Woo! Gotta get at least one last crash in.
Sometimes I see the path never not taken, and I'm like, I want to take that.
Yeah,
and
see what happens.
That's where I ended up.
We'll definitely have to give Baker another chance on a nice powder day. What we did see though, the terrain is freaking awesome. It's definitely worth coming back. There's